All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I hope we're all doing well. Welcome. Mariner, dude, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, brother. Stephen, welcome to the chat. Welcome. And Ollie P over on YouTube, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. All right. So, apologies first of all that this stream is a little bit delayed today. I did originally plan this for 10 o'clock this morning, but that clearly didn't happen. So, yeah, still trying to get it in today. I almost thought early this afternoon that I was just not going to do the stream at all today. But yeah, let's do it. I decided let's just get it in. And it should be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this flight since the weekend. Really, I kind of planned it out with this update in mind, World Update 6. So it should be pretty cool. We're going to be flying at VFR. We are a multiplayer as well, so if you do want to join the flight, feel free. We're going to be on the North Europe server, and we're flying out of Innsbruck. I'll spend a little bit of time setting up the aircraft, and we'll do a little sort of VFR departure brief before we get going. So, yeah, if you want to join, you've got a little bit of time before we actually get up in the sky. So, yeah, it'd be cool to see a few of you flying along. Monty, welcome to the chat over on YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, guys. How are we all doing today? I'm gonna just stall for a minute here because I've realised that I didn't actually turn multiplayer on the sim. So I'm just gonna stall for a second here. So yeah, I hope we're all doing well anyway. And it's absolutely roasting here in the UK at the moment. I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are in the world, but I'm absolutely boiling here, sat in this room. My computer is extremely hot as well. My temperatures in my water cooler are getting up to 35 degrees, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Oh, actually, that just reminds me. I'll just kick up the fan curve a bit, make it a bit more aggressive. But yeah, toasty. All right, so we'll get all players and live weather and time on as well. We're on the North Europe server we are. So yeah, feel free to join. Like I say, we're starting at Innsbruck. LOWI is the code. And it should be a nice flight. It's not too long, and it should be really, really nice VFR through a mountainous valley. So very, very cool indeed. Very, very cool indeed. Been watching Big Jet TV, dude. Yeah, I've been watching along with you, mate. Yeah, that's brilliant stuff there at Con Innsbruck. Really, really fun to watch. Ari, welcome to the chat over on Facebook. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Okay then, guys, so let's do a little bit of a briefing before we get underway here. We'll sort of leave this pre-rolling screen on for now, but I am just going to pop up the fuzz pad here and let's have a quick look. So we're not going to look at Spotify here, don't worry about that one. So I've actually got a flight plan here on Sky Vector. Sorry, I'll just close all these off. Yeah, so here is our very, very basic flight plan, really, and it's fairly straightforward. So we're going to take off from Innsbruck, heading out to the west, and we're basically just going to follow this valley all the way around and down. We've got a slight mountain col to pass here, or a mountain pass, whatever you want to call it. There is a road going up there. So we're going to continue following the road across the pass. That's going to be the highest point on the whole of the flight. As you can see, the Mora for this area is very, very high. I have only planned for a cruise altitude of 10,500, but if we do keep to the valleys, that's not going to be an issue for us. And we're going to clear this. I think this comes up to about 9,000 feet here on this col, so we should be okay. and we're just going to follow the valley through and then join up with this sort of main road that then comes in to St. Gallen, and we'll basically just cross over the Austrian to the Swiss border, just about here basically along this line. And as you can see, the majority of the flight is actually in unrestricted airspace, or uncontrolled airspace should I say, the altitude that we're flying at anyway. And obviously departing out of Innsbruck, we're obviously in the Innsbruck aerodrome control area, but obviously we're going to get we're not on VATSIM. There's no controllers on. Actually, let me just check, because if there is, I might just file a flight plan for VATSIM as well, because that could be quite cool. Doesn't look like there is. No, nothing. Okay, so we'll just do it offline. I'm gonna actually try use the in-game ATC and see how that pans out. So we'll give that a try. And yeah, so we'll be passing out of the class. I think it's a Class C around Innsbruck, the aerodrome control zone. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, so you can see the same depicted here. The Innsbruck, let's see, general control area between 1,000 and 24,000, and then you've got up to 7,000 as well for Innsbruck Centre, which is the Class D. Obviously we need ATC clearance for that, so we'll get that as we depart, or as we are setting up here. And then between 7,000 and 19,500, again, still within that TMA, so Class D will need clearance. And then we're going to pass out to this Class E airspace for the first portion of the en route section of the flight, which we will be inside. However, you only require clearance for IFR flights in Class Echo. So we're going to continue out to the west through the valley and then up into St. Gallen. There is this restricted airspace here. I haven't looked into this too much, but the minimum altitude it starts at is 9,500. So looking at this leg here, this leg is only 13 miles long, and we're going to be descending from 10,000 feet all the way to about 1,000, just over 1,000 feet. So we will have started our descent then. So I imagine we'll just slip straight underneath that restricted airspace. So we don't need to worry about that too much. And then we're going to obviously be into Zurich Centre, which you do require clearance for IFR traffic, and then into St. Gallen control area, which is a Class D. It does also state here active, not continuously, and yeah, obviously you need ATC clearance, but we're just going to see how we get on with the in-game ATC. And yeah, on approaches I think it generally works a little bit more strange, let's say, than it should do. So yeah, pretty straightforward. One thing we do have to bear in mind at St. Gallen is, if I remove the airspace, is you can see here that south of the airport there is quite a lot of terrain, and obviously you've got the lake to the north here. So what we're going to have to do for the when we arrive at St. Gallen, I couldn't actually find any charts to see what the actual procedure is. Unfortunately, I had a look online, couldn't find any. So what we're going to do is we'll just fly in visually. We'll overfly the airport at 1,000 feet, and then we'll do a traffic pattern on the north side of the airfield, which I think is what they will probably do. Obviously, you're probably going to avoid this airspace, the terrain down on the south. And yeah, so we're going to have a quick look at the weather here. Airport weather. So the weather is favouring runway 28 at the moment. Let's see. Winds are only 4 knots though, so nothing too much to worry about. But yeah, we're going to go for 28, so that'll be a case of just coming in and then sort of doing a right-hand traffic pattern over the field. And yeah, that should be it really. I think what we'll probably do is we'll probably overfly and just join downwind and come in like that. So it should be yeah, pretty standard. I did get a VFR chart for Innsbruck, which I managed to find. So this has got some of the departure routes on it and arrival routes, so I assume this is both departure and arrivals because I couldn't actually find any distinction between the two. So I assume departing and arriving traffic uses the same sort of routes, and it's just visual separation. So we're going to be obviously departing out to the west. So we'll overfly Gulf or fly near it. You can see it's quite difficult to see on this chart actually, but if you zoom in, you can see, well, there's not actually any really distinct feature here, I don't think. I can't quite make it out. But anyway, if we just follow this this road outbound, we're going to cross over Gulf, so that's fine. And then we'll basically join onto the route here at Whiskey 2, which is this little bridge. You can just make it out underneath the waypoint there. And then we're going to head out towards Whiskey 1, which again is at this intersection where the road sort of goes up the mountain there. And that's basically the departure route that we're using for this visual departure. So hopefully all that makes sense. Oops. Hopefully that all makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. But again, it's all visual, so, you know, I suppose it's not a super exact science when you're flying visually. As long as you're flying visually and you're keeping your eyes out the window, then we should be gravy. I feel like this camera needs moving over a bit. Hang on. There we go. I think that's a bit better. All right. What am I flying? We are flying at the Piper Arrow, or the JustFlight Arrow III. Just realised my ice cream's melting next to me, so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to eat that real quick. Alright, so you want the route. Now I've just got a very basic route in here on little nav map. It's not really an exact route. So if you fly that, you might crash into mountains, but use it as a rough guide, then I suppose that'll work. So I'll save that and just send it you on Discord. Okie dokie. Is anyone in chat other than Mariner joining us? You are more than welcome. Oh, we've got a bit of traffic around here already. Got McDillan just taking off in the distance. Have we got anyone else here? Oh, we've got someone on the runway there, maybe. Yeah, looks like he's just about to take off. All right, and a DA40. Wow, it is pretty busy here at Innsbruck. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, but it's really going to annoy me actually, is this registration. I thought they fixed this, but it seems maybe they haven't. So I'm just going to have to, I'm just going to change that real quick because that's going to annoy me. I just set my fuel again. I'm going to go for 86 kilograms. My calculations said 43 kilos, but I don't trust it, so I'm just going to take double. But I'm not going to take a full tank like we would normally do, mainly because we're flying up quite high here. The service ceiling of this aircraft is only 15,000. We're flying up for 10,500, so I'm just a bit wary of loss of performance. Yeah, see, they definitely didn't fix this menu, which is kind of annoying actually. HBPJA. Right, let's do that one. All right, there we go. Hey, Ramsey, yo, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Thank you very much for the 50 stars, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Ari, thank you very much for sharing the stream as well. Sorry I missed that earlier. Thank you very much. All right, there we go, much better. Beautiful weather here in Innsbruck. Live weather, live time at the moment, looking very, very nice indeed. All right. I really need to change the white balance on my camera, but can't change it without messing it up, so I'm just going to leave it. Let's see, maybe we can adjust this light so it's a bit more orange, bit warmer. There we go, that should do it. That's not bad. I live streamed for 8 hours yesterday. Found out at the end of the stream I was supposed to go to the marketplace for new content. Oh dear, dude, come on now. Did you even read my post? That's unfortunate, dude. I mean, obviously you do get the new terrain data, and you get the new any satellite imagery or photogrammetry. You get that kind of stuff if you without having to download the extra thing. It's just like the airports and the POIs that you don't get if you don't download it. So it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Alright then guys, you'll be pleased to know I've finished my ice cream now, so let's start getting ready to go. Alrighty then, okay, so... Okay, so pre-flight checks. Landing gear lever is down. Parking brake is set. Avionics are off. Mixture is in the idle cutoff position. Magnetos are off. Battery master switch is, well, we can actually just quickly turn that on. Check the fuel quantity. We've got just over 30 gallons there. So that's looking good. Not actually sure how much we needed in gallons. I just know it in kilograms. We needed about 32 gallons in total. Why is it showing so high then? Oh, because we've got way more than what I actually loaded. That's interesting. Okay, so let's take that back down to 86. Should have about 15 in each now. Yes, we do. Okay, great stuff. Good thing we checked that. We'll turn the battery off for now so we're not wasting that. And let's just flick that back on and test and check the annunciator panel. That's all working. let's do a quick check of the primary flight controls. So full left, full right, in and out. Looking at the rudder pedals, full right and full left. Let's have a look out the window. Full right, full left, full right and full left. Check the flaps. Stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3 all working fine. Great stuff. Checking the trim is in the neutral position, which it is indeed. Just hide that again. Okie dokie, great stuff. So, baggage door, we can get that closed now as we prepare for the engine start. Get that closed. We've got the oil door open there as well, so we'll get that closed as well. And we'll remove the tie downs and the chocks. We'll leave the tow bar in place as, in fact, I'll remove that because that actually just appears when you push back. Let's close that for a minute, and I tell you what I'm going to do is we're just going to get a little push back here just to put us out in this space so it's not quite as tight in front of the aircraft. And quite a cool little feature with these JustFlight aircraft is when you do a pushback, if I release the parking brake and then hit pushback, you can see the little tow bar appears, which is just great. Oh, and then we'll put the parking brake on and stop the pushback, and the little tow bar disappears, which is a super cool little feature. Love to see it. So we've done an external check, let's assume, and let's do the before start checklist. So brakes are set. Circuit breakers are all in. Alternate air is off or closed. Propeller is full forwards. Avionics are still off. Fuel selector, let's put that to the left tank first of all. And let's go for an engine start then. So let's get the throttle open by half an inch even. Alternator and the battery can come on. We'll also turn the nav lights on and the beacon light. Let's turn down the music for a minute. We'll also turn the fuel pump on. We should be able to hear that as it springs into life. The sim's very quiet. Hang on 1 second. Maybe that's just me. Seems very quiet today. Oh no, it's just my headphones, excuse me. Okay, there we go. So fuel pump is indeed on. Let's bring the mixture up to rich, and we'll look for the fuel flow. You can see the fuel pressure increasing there. Fuel flow peaks. Let's bring it back down. And then we're just going to shout clear prop. We'll close the door first because that's only going to slam shut once we start the engine. We'll give it a bit of clear prop action out the window. And then we're going to go for the magnetos to start. Okay, magnetos back to both. Great stuff. Mixture is full rich. Let's just close this. I'll just turn the volume down a little bit here so you guys can hear me. Okie dokie, great stuff. That's a good engine start. Let's set the throttle to about 1400 RPM. Make sure the brakes are holding me, which they are. Okie dokie, great stuff. So T's and P's are looking good as well. Oil pressure, temperature and fuel pressure all looking good. Great stuff. Alright, so now we've all started up and we are running on, well, we've got the engine running, so we've got good electrical power. Let's go ahead and get the ATIS. QNH is 3000 and the landing and departing runway is runway 8. Winds are 128 degrees at 20 knots apparently. Holy balls. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Let's just untune from the ATIS. So the ATIS was 3000. We've got our conversion charts here. So we're going to look here for that, and that's 1016. Obviously I could press the B key, but let's just do it like that. So that is all set. We were pretty much on it anyway. I think that's how it must have been the flight that I left it on last night, was 1016. I'll be streaming around 11:30 PM tonight when I get home from work. Good stuff, Ramsey. I will catch you if I'm about. Take it easy. Chris, welcome to the chat over on YouTube. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Are you joining us today? Glorious day in Innsbruck. Yeah, it certainly is. There was a plane. I'm sure a plane's just flown past me. Oh, hello. Yeah. Flew into there from Salzburg yesterday. Yeah, we actually did that yesterday. Super nice flight actually from Salzburg to Innsbruck. Very, very nice indeed. We've got a little CJ4 there. We've got it's all popping up here at Innsbruck. Love it. We've got a PA-28R over there on the runway as well. Okie dokie. I'm actually just going to close this window. Alright, so let's get our clearance, let's speak to ground, and we'll hang on 1 second. Wait. Okay, fine. Why is it not giving me an option to request a clearance, a VFR clearance? Let's see, what's the tower frequency here? Tower frequency is 120.1, which we are on actually. They don't actually have a ground frequency, do they? It's just tower. Okay, fine. We'll request a taxi departing to the west. Taking off on runway 08, so I'm just going to put that on my bug here. And I'm just going to set it here. There we go. And just very, very quickly, I'm just going to set a very, very short flight plan in here. So set origin, LOWI, enter Innsbruck, set destination, and I forget the code. LSZR, and I'm going to enter that in there, and that's that really. Very, very simple and straightforward. Great stuff. So taxi to and hold short runway 8. Okie dokie. So that's it's very simple here at Innsbruck. There's only one taxiway, so we're just going to taxi on down that way and hold short at the end. You can see that windsock is really blowing there. Damn, I didn't realize it was so windy. So just to recap on our departure, guys, because we're not actually departing straight out to the west, which is what I thought we might end up doing, but we're obviously departing, we're taking off on an easterly runway, so we're basically just going to take off east and then do a little turnaround basically and just come back down the valley. That shouldn't be an issue. We'll just do a nice climbing turn there so we get a good amount of height so before we come back over the airfield, and that shouldn't be an issue for us. And what else we're going to do is just getting the flight plan set on Sim Toolkit. What server am I on? I am on North Europe. North Europe. Variable 8 knots according to the meta. Interesting. I wonder if the game's got the weather incredibly wrong. Yeah, variable 8 knots on the meta. But having said that, the meta is over an hour old. It's about nearly an hour and a half old, so... Oh no, sorry, that's Zulu time, isn't it? So, yeah. Alright, yeah. Okay, I guess the sim is not doing too well on the old weather here. Anyways, obviously we've got to go by what the sim is showing because that's what's going to affect the aircraft. Okay. Right, so I'm just checking the departure chart here just to make sure there's no special procedures we need to do if we want to turn around in the valley. I don't think there is. We've just got to basically follow the... I think basically you take a right turn out to the ski jump and then follow the power lines along to join the outbound route. So if you can see here, if I show it to you, I would imagine you just take a right turn after the runway, join the ski ramp is about here, Mike 3, and then we're just going to follow that out to India, which is by the Axums Church, and then join on to the route which we previously discussed. So fairly straightforward, shouldn't be an issue at all. Let's get going. Monty says, can't add you as a friend on Xbox. You don't need to add me as a friend to join. You should just be able to join the North Europe server using this in the top right. Select North Europe, and then you should be able to see me in the game. Make sure you put it on all players when you start up. Yeah, that should be fine. If you want to add me, obviously my name is there, just Bobby Fuzzy. I haven't got any friend requests, so yeah, it doesn't seem to have worked. Chris, no worries at all, dude. Yeah, take it easy. And yeah, enjoy the footy, dude. Enjoy. Zach Attack, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Is this flight also possible with the DC-6? Good question. I mean, it should be, theoretically. Actually, no, I tell you what. The airport we're landing at is quite a short runway, but having said that, yeah, I mean, it's probably possible in the DC-6. It might be quite difficult because of the shortness of the journey, but I'm sure it's doable in the DC-6. The thing is with the DC-6 is it lands at very slow speeds, like 100 knots. So it can land at some surprisingly short runways, obviously dependent on weight as well. So it should probably be able to do it, but bear in mind that the airport we're landing at is really quite a small one. mainly for business jets and general aviation and stuff like that. Hello, Zack Attack. Hello. Read the chat. Okay, dude. I'm reading it. I mean, I would, you know, there's no harm in being patient in this world, dude. If you want me to answer a question for you. What altitude are we aiming for? I'm going to cruise at 10,500 feet, Mariner. So Zack Attack asks, I'm asking for a Series X for Christmas, and I want the simulator game, and my PC sucks. Is it worth the money for Xbox? I mean, I would say so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a PC, then yeah, I think it's worth it. It's a great little sort of stopgap between the two platforms. Well, it's not a stopgap really, but it's a great entry into it. And if you do buy it on Xbox, you actually own it for PC as well. So if you do decide you want to move to PC at a later stage, then you don't have to buy the game again. So, yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, the two sims, they're identical. It's just you can generally get more free stuff for the PC version. That's the main difference, really. And some of the payware aircraft is not all on the Xbox yet, but if you're getting it at Christmas, then I don't think it's going to be a totally different ball game at Christmas time, I think. So yeah, Monty in chat says he seems to agree. Yeah, I know a lot of people have had quite a positive experience with the Series Xboxes. All right then, guys. So let's get underway. It doesn't look like anyone's joining today. I don't see anyone else coming along, but hopefully I mean, maybe they're here and they're just not showing because the sim only shows a certain amount of people at once. All right, let's get underway then. It looks like the sun has just gone behind those clouds there, but yeah, let's. Oh, I hear an aircraft that just appeared. Is it that one? I think it possibly is. I just don't see the name tags. That's Piper Arrow. Alright, let's taxi out then. Just straight down this taxiway to runway 08. Okay, so just idling the throttle and releasing the parking brake. Hopefully this guy doesn't get his arms chopped off here. Oh yeah, he got sliced a little bit there. Poor lad. Poor lad. He's clearly not worked at the airport for too long. Alright, so joining the taxiway here, and yeah, we're just going to taxi on straight down to runway 08, taxiing past the main terminal here where all the big jets park. Looking very, very nice indeed. Absolutely love this scenery by Orbex, very, very detailed. Oh, that's you, Mariner. Awesome, dude. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're taxiing on down here. We'll do a quick ground check before we set off here, before we enter the runway. Now a quick check, see if we can see anyone behind us, which we cannot. Definitely struggling to keep centre line here. I feel like I'm being pushed to one side. It might be that wind. Alright, there we go. There is the windsock. So it kind of looks like it's basically a straight crosswind now, which is going to be interesting. So I'm just going to hold short here and do a quick run up. basically pointing into the wind here, so we don't need to worry too much about where the nose is. I'm going to bring the throttle up to 2000 RPM. Zack Attack, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Very, very kind. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. Is the stream delayed or the chat delayed? I don't think either of them are delayed by a massive amount, but Teddy, welcome to the chat also on Twitch. Welcome, dude. Yeah, I don't think the stream is delayed terribly. It's just I obviously can't always look at the chat all the time. All right, so there we go. We've got 2000 RPM. Let's do a mag check real quick. So down to the left mag, we should see a small drop in RPMs there. That's looking good. Back to both. All within limits, looking good. Back to the right mag now. There we go. That's looking good. Check the vacuum pressure. Below 5.1 and above 4.8. That's looking fine. Oil temperature is looking fine, and oil pressure, fuel pressure, all looking good indeed. Ammeter is also looking good. We'll just do a quick test of the annunciator panels. That is all looking good as well. We'll quickly exercise the prop as well. So we'll pull the prop lever all the way back. Now, this doesn't actually drop to the figure that it should do in the real aircraft, but it's near enough, so that's all fine. Bringing it back up to full, so that should recover then to 2000 RPM. We'll check the alternate air, make sure there's no noticeable decrease or degradation of any of the stats here. That's looking fine. We'll close the alternate air. And then we'll turn the fuel pump off, make sure there's no change there, all looking good, and then we'll retard the throttle. Fuel pressure should drop as well. There we go. Engine idling cleanly, all looking good. Okay, so back up then to about 1400. That's looking good. So before takeoff checklist, so battery and alternator is on. Flight instruments are checked and looking good. Bring that throttle down just a little bit here. Fuel selector, we'll switch that over. We'll turn the fuel pump on and switch that to the right tank. I'm actually just going to go here and start the timer. Engine instruments all looking good. Alternate air is closed. Mixture is set. Propeller is set. Flaps, we're going to use 0 flaps for this takeoff. Trim is set to neutral as we checked earlier on. Controls are free. We've already checked that, and the door is indeed latched. So we're good to go. Let's do one. Alrighty then. Let's see, have we got Marino behind us? There he is, beautiful. Alright. Which payware airports do I have? Quite a few. I've got quite a few, a lot more in Europe than I have anywhere else in the world. If there's a specific one you're wondering about, by all means, just let me know. Alright, entering the runway, let's turn on our strobe lights. But yeah, Ollie, I've got quite a few. This is one of the payware Orbex airports. This Innsbruck scenery, absolutely stunning. Highly recommend this one. But yeah, quite a few. I've actually just been sent by JustFlight the brand new Palma, Mallorca de Mallorca airport, which is not out yet, which is looking super nice. Going to be covering that on a later stream. I need independent eyes like a chameleon. Yes, I do. Yeah, that would actually be quite useful. Droiden, yo, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you, dude. Okay, so we are pretty much ready to go. Let's turn the landing light on. Pitot heat can come on. I'm actually just going to turn these lights on here as well because it's got a little bit dark outside. Okay, so we're going to take off, take a right turn up past the ski jump, which we should see over in that direction, and we're going to follow the power lines down and back round on to the sort of main road. Let's do this. Oh, a CRJ. See, that's someone with different scenery to me because they've spawned right up in the air like that. Alright, we're just going to close our eyes and ignore that CRJ there for a moment. Let's parking brake is released. Let's bring the power up. And we are definitely going to get flung to the side here as we take off because we've got quite a big crosswind. Okay, power is set. There we go, that's what I was talking about. 65 knots, we'll pull back. Oh god. See, there's nothing I could have done about that, unfortunately, guys. This aircraft is actually a bit bugged when you're taking off in a crosswind. It just flings it about all over the place. It's obviously not the correct behavior, but unfortunately that's what it does. Okay, so positive rate gear. Oh. Why is the gear not coming up? Let's just do a bit of this then. We'll just have to use the manual button. Alright, so we're aiming for about 90 knots for the climb out here. Let's see if we can identify the ski jump. There it is, just to the right there. There's the ski jump, so we're going to take a right turn towards that. I forgot to get my clearance from ATC as well. Nice, okay, never mind. It's not actually giving me any option to do anything about that either, so... Anyways, let's go altitude reporting, VFR, enter. Beautiful. Okay then. Do I know who's in my chat right now? I mean, not personally. Look up Droiden on YouTube. I will do, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure who Droiden is. But welcome to the chat nevertheless. Seems like maybe a bit of a YouTube personality. Glad to have you. Alright, so we've got a nice climb out going here. We're basically just going to... It's quite difficult to see actually. But we're just going to join on and follow the power lines, which you can't actually see in the sim that well, but they're basically just... They should just be somewhere below us following along here. So we're basically just going to follow along here until we see the church. And we're going to take a right turn out to this main road here. Climbing out to 10,500 feet, guys. Okie dokie, so now we've taken off, we can turn off the landing light and the fuel pump. I'll keep a bit of right rudder in there whilst we're on full power so we don't roll over to the right. Great stuff, beautiful. The Arrow is such a great looking plane, yeah it is, isn't it? Very, very cool looking. Love it. Love it. We've got Mariner there behind us. Beautiful stuff. Alright, okay. So we should be able to see the church fairly soon. I might have already passed over it actually. Can't see it from the inside. There it is, right there. It's quite difficult to see, it kind of blends in, but it looks like all the houses have sunk into the ground here. What is going on there? It must be because of the new data elevation map. But we're passing over the church now, so let's get a right turn in towards the main road, which you can see down there just by the river, so not too difficult to find. 6,000 feet so far, looking good. I'll be in shock, will I? Amazing, I'll have to check it out. I'll certainly check it out once I get a free minute. Yeah, so basically just going to follow on this road here and then basically just follow that out. Here's the initial point that we saw on the charts, that little bridge that crosses over. You guys might remember that if I bring it up here. So you've got Whiskey 2 just there. Actually, I tell a lie, it might be further on. There's a couple of bridges down there. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, that's the one right there. Okay, no it's not. This is Golf where we are currently. We're at Golf on the departure route, and then Whiskey 2 is, I think it's going to be this next bridge coming up. Okay then. So I'm still climbing out nicely here. What I think I might do at this point is just sync my heading bug up here and just get the autopilot in on heading modes, just to level out those wings a bit and just make so that I don't have to keep my feet constantly on the pedals here. Just makes it a bit easier. So quite a low climb rate at the moment. Let's just lean off the mixture a bit and see if we can improve performance a bit. There we go, that should do it. We're getting a bit of a higher climb rate there. There we go, that's a bit better. Okie dokie, so it's quite difficult to see the visual references out of this arrow sometimes. But there we go, we've got our bridge here that we were looking for. And then we're just going to follow it out, and then we should see a road going up the mountains to the right, and that is our final departure point. Probably up here somewhere. I think that's where it about is. Whiskey Golf says, hello, I have a problem with a vast blocking the execution of Flight Simulator because it's infected by idp.generic and there's nothing in my community folder. Oh, that's a bit of a strange one. Can't say I've heard that one before. I would probably say check in the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums, see if anyone else has had that issue. Because that's a new one. Honestly, yeah, I'm not sure why that would be, to be honest. Bit of a strange one. But maybe check forums.flightsimulator.com, like I say, and maybe they'll have some ideas. There's probably someone else who's experienced something similar at some point. Want to buy Hamburg Airport by Simwings. Can I recommend this? I've not used it personally, so I can't really recommend it. But what I will say is that I've got Munich by Simwings, and that's very good. There's a good review of Hamburg Simwings on YouTube. Actually, if you type in Hamburg Simwings. And there's a video by Philbert Flies, which is very, very good. So maybe check that one out, and hopefully that should answer your question. Do it before he leaves. You can put it on autopilot for a few seconds while you look him up. Let me just see where we are. Okay, so we're nearly at our final checkpoint, which I think is, like I say, it's going to be probably here, I think. I'm going to give ourselves a bit of a left turn because we're going to follow this valley. Alright, we're basically at 10,000 feet now. Okay, let's check this guy's channel out. Troyden Reacts. Okay, kind of looks like I follow another channel called Jordan Reacts, which is basically Captain Sparkles. This is our last checkpoint here. This is that road that, where is the road actually? Quite difficult to see. Pretty sure it's this road that I'm looking for. Alright, yeah, cool. Awesome stuff. 440k subs. Amazing, dude. Well, if you're still in the chat, welcome. Welcome. I've just dropped you a sub. Awesome, dude. Alright, so about to level off at 10,500 feet, so I'm just going to trim forwards a bit here to slow our climb rate down. Maybe a bit too much trim there. It's quite difficult to trim this thing out at the moment, I feel like. especially with being next to mountains. Obviously, we've got like a wind coming from behind us, sort of this way. So that's going to be coming up and hitting these mountains and then going up and giving us sort of a bit of an updraft. So that's going to kind of bump us up and down a little bit here. Okay, but there we go. We have finished our departure now. We're at a cruising altitude. Lovely stuff. All looking great. So we're just going to continue following this this valley then. We need to take a right turn basically where this forks off into two. We should see it because the right turn is going to be quite a bit higher up than the rest of the terrain. Okie dokie, let's lean the mixture out a bit as well. Just looking for the peak on here. Surely it can't be any less than that. Oh god, that is super lean. Holy. Oh god, that's making us climb a lot. We don't want that. So just give it a bit of trim down. Leaning the mixture out as well is going to help us build a bit more speed. We're only going about 100 knots on level flight there, which is a bit slow for this aircraft. So by leaning it out, it's going to help us produce a bit more manifold pressure and a bit more speed. Look at this mountain though. This looks very, very nice. A little point at the end. Very good. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit and use the altitude hold on the autopilot here. Just while we get settled down on this level flight. Let's get our power settings set. So first I'm going to bring back the throttle to sorry. Oh, we can only really get 20 inches of manifold pressure here. Okay, so let's just bring the I'm going to leave full throttle in. I'm just going to bring the prop back to 2000 RPM. And then we are going to lean the mixture again. So I'm going to bring the mixture down. So I'm going to use this little red arrow to mark the peak here. You can see if I zoom in. Mark the peak there, and then we're just going to enrich in the mixture by two blobs here. And that should give us a fairly decent power setting. We can calculate our true airspeed here as well. Let's see what the temperature is. Temperature is just over 0 degrees. So if we set this card to 10,500, and then we're going to line that up with the middle here, which is 0 degrees. And that's going to give us a true airspeed of, you can see it's about 130 knots. That's good. Let's not lose our way here by just staring at the panel too long. We are flying visually after all. We're going down this valley right here, so we need to take a bit of a right turn. I'm trying to stay on the sort of right side of the mountains here, or the right side of the valley from our perspective, because like I say, the wind's coming from our left, so there's going to be sort of down drafts coming over here and up drafts coming up here. So as a small aircraft, you kind of want to stay away from the down drafts, really. Look up Troyden 2. It's just called Troyden. Okay, I'll have a look. If I want to be in shock, look up Troyden. I don't know what am I in for here. What is going to happen if I look up Troyden? I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Croydon. Oh, damn. Holy crap, dude. 2.95 million subscribers. Nice, dude. Wow. Well, we've got a celebrity in chat, people. Hashtag Croydon. Welcome to the chat. Although I hope you're not offended that I've personally never heard of you, though. But welcome. I hope you're enjoying the flight sim content and the rest of the chat. Also, this is obviously on the new update for Microsoft Flight Simulator on the World Update 6, and as you can see, the data elevation map for the terrain is much improved for these mountains, and it's looking very, very nice indeed. Let's take a bit of a left turn here before we crash into the mountains. Let's see. I'm going to get on with my reinstall. Okay, no worries, Mariner. I'm not sure, I'm not sure why it would have been uncontrollable like that. That's very strange. I hope the reinstall goes all right for you, dude. Hope it doesn't take too long. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Dave, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. Welcome. By the way, I may or may not have given you some more subs. Dude, thank you very much. Thank you, dude. Whatever you've done. Legend. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you, dude. Absolute gent. Alright, getting a bit close to these mountains for my taste. Just going to navigate away a little bit here. Some very, very tall peaks on the right here. But you can see the valley forks off here and here. We're not taking this turn here to the left. We are taking the next one along. Not this one, but we're going up here, basically. I'm just glancing off screen here because I've got another map, which is helping me work out where to go here. I might be able to actually see it on this GPS. We're kind of following this river, basically. So you can see it's a right turn up here. Okay, beautiful weather here in, oh, look at that up there. That looks like there's some pretty nasty storm clouds over those peaks over there. Thank God that's not over here. It's definitely getting more cloudy though as the journey progresses here. Now then, guys, you may remember me saying that after we take this right turn, this is going to be basically the highest section of our route. We're going to pass over a town called excuse me. We're going to pass over a village or a town rather called St. Christophe, and it's basically going to be the highest part of our journey. So we're just going to be aware of the terrain down here. As you can see, this mountain kind of juts out quite widely here compared to the rest. So we're just going to pay attention to that. And again, we're just going to continue following this river round. So take a right turn here. And we are at good altitude here, but as you can see, the peaks next to us are extremely high, so we are definitely going to try and keep some good separation on them. Very, very nice weather here in the Austrian Alps. Looking very, very fine indeed. Yeah, I love this when you sort of get a nice sunny day, but obviously the sun's going behind the clouds and stuff, and it's creating all these shadows. It just looks very convincing to me, very realistic. Very immersive, one might say. Very immersive. Beautiful. So we're flying this Piper Arrow. This it's like a Swiss livery that came with the aircraft. As you can see, it's very, very clean, very, very simple. It's got this nice little bit on the wings as well. Little Swiss flag. Very, very cool. As you can see, some very, very high ground below us. Making sure we stay straight down the center here of this valley, and as you can see, it's kind of a bit narrow on this turn here, so we're going to have to make sure we time that quite well. What we can also do is just check in with the center, get a flight following. I've got the voices off if you're wondering why you can't hear anything. I've got a Squawk 7634. So we'll get that set here. 7634. Enter. And there we go. Radar contact. UNH 2999er, which is basically what we were at before. Let's just give it one click down. Acknowledge radar contact. And we're good. We've got a bit of flight following now, so that's fine. We probably can't pick up the ATIS just yet for our destination airport, which we'll have a look at once we get a bit closer. But as you can see, we're about halfway into the route now, so looking good indeed. So looking out the window, we're coming up quite close to these mountains on the right here. Got plenty of room on the left here, so I'm going to make a little bit of a left turn here. I'm not going to overshoot it, just going to do a few degrees to begin with. That should do it. Alright, now it's been about half an hour so far on the flight, so let's just stop this timer and reset it. We'll turn on the fuel pump, and we just need to switch to our left fuel tank. That's all good, fuel pressure is good, and we'll turn the fuel pump off again. And we'll start that timer again. Now, generally, you should do that about every 15 minutes in the Piper Arrow, but because I've been so distracted by everything else, I've just failed to do so. So, never mind. Never mind. All right then, guys. How are we doing? How are we doing today? Are we enjoying the flights? Absolutely beautiful day here in the Alps. Love to see it. You know, I don't think we've ever done it. I don't think we've actually done a GA flight through the Alps yet on stream. Got to keep that turn coming here. Now, we do have to be careful here because the valley kind of splits off down there. We don't actually want to go down there because, as you can see, that basically just rises all the way up to a pretty high point. So we're not going down there. We're actually following down this valley right here. So I'm going to just turn us right a little bit more. As you can see, we just want to be aiming straight down here. As you can see, again, some pretty high ground here, so paying attention. Look at this on the mountainside here. What is this? Can't tell if that's a terrain. That looks like it's in the satellite imagery, doesn't it? I wonder if that's some sort of mining operation there, or erosion control, something like that. Who knows? I love the Alps though, because like, look at this. You get these like huts that are like super high altitude in the Alps. It's very, very cool. Where obviously climbers and alpinists come up, they hike up here, they stay there the night, and then the next day they'll hike up to like the highest peak and then back down. Very, very cool. Scenery is spectacular. Need to tour the German-Austrian castles at some point. Yeah, definitely. They added so many castles in this update just gone. Yeah, definitely worth doing, I imagine. Need to tour the, sorry, I'm reading the same message again. Jelly, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. We're looking good. Look at that sun reflecting off the river there. Beautiful. They've still got a bit of more of a tailwind now. Zach, what's going on, dude? Is Jelly a well-known streamer, YouTuber as well? What is happening right now? It makes me feel very naive as someone who's been using YouTube for like freaking 10 years or something. Do I need to look up Jelly as well? Let's see. Oh baby, oh my god. Holy 22 million, Jelly, holy madness. Amazing, dude. Well, welcome to the stream, dude. That's crazy, man. I recognize your face. Do you have another channel as well? I seem to recognize your face. Damn, that's wild, man. Welcome. Welcome, dude. Yeah. Looks like a cool channel, mate. I used to really enjoy Minecraft. I used to do a bit of Minecraft on the channel actually, but yeah, I've just not done it for quite some time. Amazing. Okie dokie, guys. So as you can see here, well, you can see by looking out the window, yeah, it's starting to widen up a bit. So we're actually sort of coming up to the Swiss border, and we're actually getting quite close to our destination. You can see our destination's just up here by the lake. Can't quite see the lake just yet. You can actually kind of just see it there. It's a bit hazy, but you can just sort of roughly see it there. So we probably should start our descent pretty soon. I'm probably actually a bit late to descend, but we do need to start our descent because we've got that restricted airspace coming up here. You can see it's in this blue outline. We need to be below 9,500 by the time we get there. So we could do with starting our descent pretty soon. So, let me just do a quick calculation here. I don't quite have enough time to calculate it in my head, but I am just going to I'm just going to use an online calculator. So we need to descend by 9,500 feet. Sorry, I'm using this wrong. Start altitude is 10,500. We're going to end at check out our destination, LSZR. I'm just bringing up the charts here, guys, so you can see what I'm doing. Just bring up the chart here to check the airport elevation. So elevation is 1,306 at the airport, so we need to descend basically 9,000 feet. In fact, 8,000 feet, because we are only going to level off 1,000 feet above aerodrome level. So end altitude is 2,300, and the speed we want to fly in ground speed is going to be about 120 knots. And we don't need to worry about end speed, because we'll slow down in the traffic pattern. And the wind we're not going to put in there. Glide slope is 3 degrees. Top of descent is 26 nautical miles, and that's going to take us about 13 minutes. So what we can do now is we can come back over here, go to nearest airport, and then we can find our airport here, which is this one right here, LSZR. St. Gallen Airport. So you can see our distance is 25 miles away. So we're going to start our descent now. So we'll take off the altitude control hold here on the autopilot, and I'm just going to throttle back a bit and give us a bit of forward trim. And we're going to aim for about 600 feet per minute on this vertical speed indicator here. So that's a bit too much trim down, but it should sort of sort itself out. There we go. A little bit wobbly there. We'll just let it get sorted. Bring the throttle back a little bit further. Okie dokie, great stuff. So we're actually currently flying over, we're about to fly over the town of Bludenz, which is this town right here. As you can see, it's nice and open now here, so we don't have to worry too much about the mountains, but we are going to take a right turn, so we're coming down this valley here. As I said, we're aiming for about 600 feet per minute in the descent. It's never an exact science in this aircraft, but nevertheless, we're just going to try and get it trimmed to that figure. As you can see, if we look out the window now, we should be able to see the lake a bit better. Yeah, you can just kind of see it coming into view there. The lake itself is... I can't actually remember the name of it, but Zurich Airport is basically just over to the west of it. So someone else might be able to tell me what it's called. I'm not sure what it's called off the top of my head. But it's a very big lake, very cool. It should be quite nice to fly over. Ezekiel, thank you. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Chris, yeah, no worries at all, dude. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll catch you again whenever I see you, mate. I'll be live again on Friday, so I hope to catch you then. And enjoy the footy, mate. Enjoy the footy. Okay then, so we might well be able to get the ATIS for our destination airfield here. So we'll actually just use COM2 in this case. So we'll go to... In fact, I can just use the chart to get the frequency. That should be easier. 123780. So we'll use the COM2 radio here, which is here. 123780, and then we're going to just transfer that. There we go. St. Gallen Airport Information, Quebec. Wind is 268 at 7 knots. So we're going to be landing on runway 28. QNH is 29997, so we'll get that set in as well. And I think we're probably actually already on that, to be quite honest with you. 29997 1015, so we'll get that set now. There we go. Departing and landing runway 28, VFR aircraft say direction of flights. Okay, great stuff. So we'll just clear off that frequency, and we're all good. So we're just passing 7,800 feet now, so we're below that that airspace as we wanted there. You can see here, if we go back to the map view, you can see, well, we're not even in the airspace yet, but we're nice and clear of it, so that's fine. Let's just bring up, oh, this weather one. Okay, never mind, ignore me. Great stuff. Alright, so I'm going to bring up the map on here. There we go. For a bit of spatial awareness. So we're aiming for 2,300 feet, if you remember correctly. Current speed is 123 knots ground speed, so that's looking fine on the descent there. Looking very nice opening up here into Switzerland. I couldn't tell you exactly where the border is, to be honest, but it's somewhere in this area, the border. It might be this river here, who knows. Let's see. Lada, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Do you think I can do another flight? I'd not planned on doing one, to be honest with you. I'm not planned on doing one. However, I'm not sure I have time to do another one today, unfortunately. Let's see what happens once we've landed. Patrick, welcome to the chat from Boston. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome. Lada, I am sorry. I really don't speak any Italian, so I can't really see what you're saying there. But welcome to the chat. Okay, so another 15 minutes have gone on the timer. If you remember correctly, we were on the first tank for 30 minutes, so I'm still going to leave it on that tank. As you can see, the left tank is what we were using. Sorry, we were using the right tank initially. As you can see, it's a bit closer to the 10 than this one, so we're just going to leave that as it is for now. Alright, let's give us a little turn here, and again, we're just basically going to be following this river up to the coast, and then we should see a road sort of breaking off to the left. We should be able to see the airfield by the time we get up here anyway, so we can just navigate visually towards the airfield from there. And if you remember correctly from the brief, we are landing like as expected on runway 28, and we're basically going to be flying a right-hand traffic pattern. So we're going to come in over the airfield like this, and then take a right turn and come round and land on runway 28 like that. What we'll probably actually do is we'll probably overfly it, and we'll basically just loop out to the left, initial left turn, and then come in on the downwind leg. I suppose we could fly in and do, yeah, we'll do a left turn and then come in and then a right turn for the runway 28. So that should be good. Let's see what the ATC is saying, if anything. Probably nothing. No, they haven't said anything. Okay, contact Zurich Center. So there we go. We're probably going over the into the Swiss, over the Swiss border now. Acknowledge handoff. 126225 for Piper Papa Juliet Alpha. Contact Zurich Center Piper Hotel Bravo Papa Juliet Alpha 5,600 feet. Continue as plans. Okay. Oops, did not mean to move that one. Okay, let's take a bit of a right turn here as we come in towards the airfields. So we want to be at 2,300 feet, if you remember correctly, as we overfly the airfields. And if we are not going to make that, we'll probably just hold back a little bit and do a little bit of an orbit to lose a bit more altitude. I'm actually going to just turn us a little bit further round to the northeast, just to get us over this more flat ground here. Because if we end up having to do an orbit around this higher ground, that's not going to work out too well for us. So I'm just going to turn us a little bit over here. Everything's looking good on the descent profile. Looks like we're getting a bit of an updraft here. We'll just let it settle down. Okie dokie. Wait, what the what? What? Hang on a minute. What? PewDiePie? Wait, what? No. No, what? No, I don't. This does not compute, dude. What is going on? Wait. Wait. No way, dude. No way. What is going on, man? That's crazy. Welcome to the chat, dude. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Holy crap. Wow, dude. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I appreciate you dropping by. Wow, unbelievable. That is, wow. Yeah, totally unexpected. What is going on today? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know you had a separate gaming channel. Alright. Anyway, I can't get too distracted here because we're actually on an approach. So there's the airfield over there, as you guys probably just noticed. So I'm just going to hold back a little bit from the airfield here. And as we said, I'm just going to do a bit of an orbit here to lose a bit more altitude before we make our way into the airfield. We're probably a little bit close, to be fair, to do an orbit. Probably, but yeah, we're just going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. So we'll keep on turning round. Like I said, we want to be at 2,300 feet. Going to give it a bit of trim down to make sure we're still descending in the turn. Not too much. Just looking at the vertical speed here and the altitude. Keep it turning. Keep it turning. Keep it going. So we're at 3,300. Let's keep it going. We're just going to keep on spinning around here until we get down. Oh, it's wanted to steer me the other way now. That's not what we wanted. I twisted the heading bug too far. There's the airfield there. You can see there's actually a couple of people already there, so we're just going to look out for those as we approach. Okay, so we're coming up to 3,000 feet now, so I'm going to just start to level off a little bit. Just really, really slow our descent rate down, so we're not going to descend too quickly. And I'm actually going to send us in towards the airfield now. Oh, ATC is talking to us. Did you hear my last transition? Acknowledge handoff. 2126.225 Papa Juliet Alpha, Zurich Center, contact Zurich Center. Okay, continue as planned. Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, let's contact the airfield. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to go because I've not done this in quite some time. I usually stay clear of the in-game ATC. So, we're going to be landing at LSZR. I keep forgetting this code. Back. LSZR, right there. Tune the tower. Request full stop landing. Okay, 4 miles southeast, 2,800 feet with correct to land. Wind calm, make left traffic runway 10. Okay. Why did he say that? I'm sure that he said the wind was at 2.8, so he wants us to make left traffic. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So he wants us to make left traffic. So we're going to do the same entry roughly. We're going to make a right turn back on ourselves, join downwind, and then take 2 left turns here onto runway 10. Zach, I'll respond to your chat message in a moment here. Just need to get sorted for the arrival here because there's going to be quite a lot to do. So I'm going to get my mixture all the way forward here as we're at lower altitude. We're going to get landing lights on, a fuel pump on. We'll also stick our propeller all the way forwards. And we're approaching 2,300 feet, so I'll just level off here. Okie dokie, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. So I'm going to take manual control here of the aircraft. I'm going to just pull the throttle back a bit here and try and keep us level, just so we're slowing down a bit. Let's keep visual on the airfield here. Pretty difficult. At the moment we're basically overflying it now. As you can see, it's right below us. Okay, so we're going to take a right turn back on ourselves here. We're going to try and not descend too much in this turn. Wind calm, clear to land, runway 10. Beautiful stuff. Going to give myself a bit of trim up here. Did I copy? I did indeed. Landing clearance, clear to land, runway 10. Okay, so keeping that turn coming. We're probably going to turn in a bit tight here, so I might have to just keep this turn coming a bit further. Keep that nose up. There's the airfield in front of us, just to the front right there. I'm going to keep turning in. I'm going to start bringing the power back a little bit more. Keep turning, until we're more or less parallel with the runway. There we go. Sun's in my eyes there, that's crazy bright. Let's get that down. I don't know if that's even going to help. Not really. Let's get the music back a bit and the volume up. Okay, I can hardly see the instruments at this point, but we are descending here. Just going to look until we're about 45 degrees behind. Don't want to pull the power back too much at this stage. We're going to get flaps 1 out. Can hardly see anything here. Okay, and we're going to take our left turn for the base leg. We're more or less just going to go straight onto final here because we're very tight in here. So I'm actually going to keep this turn quite tight as well, just to make sure that we do actually come in on final and not having to correct too much. Okay. Maybe kept that a bit too tight there. Let's go for flaps 2. Get the gear down as well. Gear coming down. Flaps full. That beeping there is just saying I've not got the gear down. Nothing to worry about too much. We're going to have a bit of a correction here to do on final. But that's not an issue for us. Prop is full fine. Mixture is fully rich. Flaps are full. Gear is down. We are good to land. Just going to let the nose drop now, because we're a bit high. And I'm just going to pull the power back. There we go. We are down. Power is idle. Get those flaps up. A little bit of braking. And there we go. Beautiful stuff. Absolute butter. Exit runway when able. I can't respond to that. Beautiful. Zach, I'll catch up with the chat just momentarily. Let me just get in and get parked here. Okay, so we should have a taxiway coming up on left somewhere here. There we go. Right at the end of the runway. Get our landing light off. We can turn the fuel pump off as well now. Alright, so turning on to November here. It's a very narrow taxiway actually. We'll get the strobe lights off as well while we're here, and the pitot heats. Not idle the engine too long. Got to contact ground now. Ground on 121805. Gets taxi to parking. Taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway. Easy enough. Acknowledge clearance. So if we just slow down a bit here, I can bring up the charts here. And if I just bring this up for you guys. I'm not sure exactly where the general aviation parking is, but there's a couple of grass areas to park here, so I might just use one of those. I might just use grass parking area west, just because that gets us, we can see more of the airport then. This is one of the handmade airports by Asoba, as you can see. Some very nice detailing going on. Hey, there's a DC-6! Oh, beautiful. Look at that absolute beauty. But yeah, as I was saying, this is one of the handcrafted airports that was just added by the latest update. So it's very, very nice. That's why I landed here, really, because I kind of want to have just a quick look around it. Oh damn, this guy's catching us up. Our plane sounds so measly compared to the four engines. Alright, so what was Zach asking? Next flight should be LaGuardia to Dallas, then Dallas to Amarillo. Holy crap, that's some fairly lengthy flights. I definitely don't have time for that, unfortunately, dude. But I will be live again on Friday, where we're going to be flying. Doing some flying in Germany. Oh, there goes the DC-6. He's not waiting around for me here. This is on PC, Zack Attack. But we're going to be flying the CRJ on Friday. If you want to check out some airliner flying on the channel, that should be good fun. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have time to do a long sort of IFR fly like that, I'm afraid, dude. As much as I would like to. But yeah, this is on PC. Okie dokie, nice long taxiway here. I think this is the grass parking area just here on the left-hand side. Or it might be on the other side here, I can't quite tell. Nice little stunt plane there, forget the name of it. This guy's taking off again. Okay, so this must be the grass parking area. Where is the other one? I think it's right here, okay. So we're just going to continue on down here. Look at this airport, this is dope. Super nice detail on this. This guy's turning around again. Got a fuel station here, fuel farm area. So I assume this is the grass parking west area right here. Oh, look at that, someone else coming into land. Beautiful. This is, like I say, one of the newer airports that were added by the update here, so yeah, that's why it's quite busy. Look at all these cars on this road, holy. Alright, so this is the grass parking area west. We're going to just park here. That DC-6 looks so big at this airport. Okay, so we'll get parked up there. Parking brake is set. Okie dokie. Right, let's get shut down then. So, avionics, we can't actually turn those off, but you would usually turn them off before you shut down the aircraft. So that's fine. We can do a very quick little mag check before we shut down here. So bringing the throttle up to 2000 RPM. Down to left mag. Back to both. To the right mag. And back to both. That's looking fine. Didn't mean to go to start there, but I'm going to idle the throttle. We're going to bring the mixture all the way back. There we go. Prop lever all the way back as well. Get the mags turned off. Rotating beacon off. We can turn the internal lights and the nav lights off as well as the radio lighting. Great stuff. We'll also get the chocks, tie downs in place, and we'll get the baggage door open, and we'll open up our internal cabin door as well. Let's get that unlocked here and pop that. Beautiful. And we'll turn the battery and alternator off. Alright then, guys, there we have it. Beautiful. That was very nice flight. I might do the return of that actually later on this evening, maybe. Unfortunately, probably not on stream because it's going to be too late, but yeah, very nice indeed. Let's have a quick look at the old landing report here on Sim Toolkit. So it's logged the flight 79 feet per minute. Congratulations, Teddy Saunders, on guessing it. I think you were the only one, but congratulations nevertheless. So looking at the landing report here, yeah, bang in the touchdown zone, 79 feet per minute, 1.4 G. I'm not sure if that logs correctly these days, but I was basically on centerline, I think, just a little bit to the right, unfortunately, and then heading was off slightly, but we managed to recover that. That's because we were trying to correct from the left, from the right to the left. So I was pointing a bit more to the left than I needed to. But nevertheless, that was pretty cool. We can actually go over to little nav map here as well, and we can check out the flight path here. So as you can see, we departed Innsbruck, took that right turn, and then out and round. The pink line is what we're looking at here. And then out here, following the, you can see when I turn on the autopilot because the path all of a sudden becomes super straight and nice and smooth. And then we're following this out here like so. Out into the open valley area. This is where we did our orbits around, and then in another little orbit to join the downwind leg, and then on to the final approach, down and taxied in. So, very nice overall. I think that was quite a nicely executed VFR flight, if I do say so myself. Pretty happy with that, how it all went. Yeah, very nice indeed. Okie dokie. Let's see. Zakatak says, it's not really that long, just test it out, look on the map. Well, unfortunately, I don't really have time for any length of any flight, unfortunately, dude. But I tell you what I will do is I will make a note of that. So LaGuardia to Amarillo, sorry, LaGuardia to Dallas, and then Dallas to Amarillo. I'll make a note of that. Look, watch, I'll do it right now. Here you go. Here's my sticky notes. I'm going to paste that in there, and that's going to remind me then. So next time I'm planning a stream, I'll try and do a route that encompasses that flight path for you, dude. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Nevertheless, thank you very much for the sub and for the support today. Thank you everybody else for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed PewDiePie. If you're still in the chat, thank you very much for tuning in, dude. Take it easy, as well as Jelly and Troyden. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for all the support today. And special thanks to Troyden, whatever he did. He seems to have got a few subs to the channel, so thank you very much. And I'll catch you all again soon. Oh, Mariner as well. Thank you very much for the resub on Facebook. Thank you very much, dude. Dave, thank you very much for tuning in as always. Take it easy, dudes. And yeah, everybody else, thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That was super nice. Really enjoyed it. Thanks again. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Acer, yo, I didn't see you in the chat. Sorry, dude. Take it easy, man. Thank you very much. And you too.